Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. So today, let's take a look at the 2025 Cadillac Escalade. This is a four-wheel drive sport. It is finished off in a two-tone design. You can see the white and a lot of gloss black accents. And the sports also start right around $103,000. So we have quite a lot to go over for this latest generation, where we will start off with what this is powered by, which is the 6.2 liter V8. This is paired to the 10-speed automatic, and it pumps out 420 horsepower, 460 pound-feet of torque. This can do 0 to 60 in just over 6 seconds. And as far as fuel economy goes, you're looking at 14 in the city, 18 out on the highway, and this can also tow around 7,300 pounds. Now, as we take a look at the exterior, you'll notice a lot more gloss black up front, where it's even on the Cadillac badge. There's a forward-facing camera, little V's for all of the grille mesh to give it a great look. There's more gloss black for the surround and all of the headlights, high beams. You have some DRL strips up top, parking sensors, even a sensor for distance pacing and all of the cruise. You'll notice more gloss black down below, and then some really subtle lines coming down the hood. Now, this model is also equipped with a set of 26-inch wheels, which give it a really nice look, being finished off in gloss black as you would expect. You'll notice there's more in the lower section of the door. It's on the side mirrors, which are power folding. There's a camera and a turn signal. There's also a moonroof up top and more gloss black for the roof racks. You'll notice some really nice lines that also flow down the side, and that leads our way to the back, where the spoiler has the wiper blade, the third brake light. There's also a backup camera, LEDs for all of the lighting. Parking sensors are down below, and then you'll notice more gloss black, a dual exhaust, and the hitch cover is currently on at the moment. Now, this also has remote start, so lock it, double tap this button, and you can fire it right up, and then hold on this button to shut it off as needed. Now, there's also two controls here to gain access into the cargo space. You can use the button underneath to open up the glass. So if you have some smaller items you quickly want to gain access to it, you can do that, or just push on the emblem itself, and that is going to open up the whole power liftgate. Now, this is a 3-row SUV, and the third row is currently up. It looks like it's a 2-row SUV with the amount of cargo space in the back. Now, in order to fold these seats down, you have a 3-prong outlet, and then you have controls for the second and third row. Now, the third row is automatic to put up and down. The second row is going to be manual, but you can double tap on that control in order to fold that seat down. And that way you can quickly put in some items from back here and then easily put the third row back up. So you do have to walk around and put that second row up if needed. And then you do have a little bit of storage underneath the floor. Not a lot, but you could place some items there if needed. This is also equipped with the AKG audio system. And then you have one button up top to close that liftgate. Now, as we work our way to the interior, you get ambient lighting, the electronic release on the back of that door handle, and then a really nice design for all of these materials. Now, if you push or pull on this control once, you can fold the seat to this position, and then pull on it one more time, and you have a much easier way to enter this third row. Now, at 5'10", I have about 2 inches or so of headroom. I could ride around town and be comfortable. You can move that seat forward if you needed more leg room, and 2 other people could be back here with me. There's cup holders, an auxiliary, you have an armrest, and a large cargo window there. So it's pretty spacious, to be honest. You can easily put the seat up and then even slide it into its position. Now, you also have grab handles up top, and then plenty of room. There's storage pockets. You get heated seats. Your climate adjustments are in the middle. There's also 2 cup holders and then some auxiliaries down below. You have adjustable armrests as well. And I have about the same amount of headroom, and these seats also recline. So they are very comfortable. Now, up front, you have memory seating adjustments, window controls, side mirror adjustments, more storage, and then a very nice design for these seats with the speakers located in the headrests. Now, this is also equipped with Super Cruise, as I mentioned, so you'll see that up here as the vehicle starts up. There's also paddle shifters on both sides, and then there's shortcuts to your music, voice commands, tuning, and you have a few different settings to look at for the gauge cluster screen here. So you can pull up these 4, depending on what you would like to see. And you can even get into this augmented reality. So you can pull that camera system up in full screen, which is very helpful. Now, on the left, there's all the cruise, Super Cruise, heated steering wheel controls. You have plus and minus for your cruise control settings too. Now, there's a trailer braking system, a dimmer switch, the e-brake, all the 4-wheel drive selectors, and then there's a few different driving modes that you can get into as well. So just depending on what you would like, and under my mode, you can actually adjust the steering, the suspension, and the exhaust note too, which is pretty neat. Now this also has a head-up display, and then with the rest of the infotainment system, you have the home screen, so you can go through all these icons here. You can also get into a split view, pull up your music, pull up the navigation, you can get into your phone, there's even the trailering system. The last one is the electronic release for the glove box, so you can easily do that. Now you'll notice there's more trim accents leading to the passenger side along with the air vents, and then another screen down below. You can get into the heated and ventilated seats, heated steering wheel. You can also get into the temperature adjustments for both front and rear, which is helpful to have. You can pull up where you would like the air to go. You have another shortcut into here. You can even get into the heated and ventilated second row seats, which is very nice. There's memory seating adjustments that you can get into. And you also have access to your head-up display and the headlights. So you can go in and configure those. There's also a shortcut down below for that, along with lane keeping assist. Now you can also scroll down from the top and get into some more of this information. And you'll notice too, there's some storage behind with wireless charging on the opposite side. Now there's also shortcuts to use that screen, so you don't have to use it as a touchscreen system. Just simply use these controls down below, where there's also volume too. Now there's hazards, auto hold, the engine start stop. You do have a control for the fan, so you can turn that on and off. You have a little bit of storage with auxiliaries and tons of storage in the armrest. And then for your passenger, you don't have a whole lot to go through, but you can at least get into your vehicle status, HDMI, so you could watch the movies, hook up your headphones, and go through some of that information. Now in order to put this into reverse, that is located on the column. So you have the rear view camera with tons of angles here, even a trailering system. And then drive is going to be in the down position, so now you can pull up the forward facing camera and go through all of those angles there. Park's located on the end of that stalk. Now this also has the digital rear view mirror, there's garage door buttons, and then controls for the sunshade, sunroof. You can fold down the rear seats, adjust how you want the liftgate to open up, and then you have the dome lights on both sides. And then look at how much glass there is. This is a lengthy vehicle, but you can still see really well without the camera system. And so still in sport mode, we'll let the vehicle do the shifting. Here we go. And just a mild acceleration. You can hear it a little bit. I'm sure you would hear more if you really stepped on it. But this is what it's like to be behind the wheel for the new Escalade. Now, one thing I do want to touch base on is with this 10-speed transmission. I've been in some other brands that offer 10 speeds. This is driving surprisingly smooth with that many gears. Like I said, I've been in the Escalade before. I don't really even notice, feel, or hear any of the gear changes, which is very nice. For a luxury vehicle like this, that's what you would expect. It's very smooth on both the upshifts and the downshifts. So even if you are using the paddle shifters here, but for the roads and the driving that I'm doing today, there's no gear hunting with that many gears. So it's a nice smooth transition to give you that luxury ride that you are looking for, especially at this price point and in this type of SUV. But it drives very nice. You do sit high up. Now this model doesn't have an adaptive suspension, so there's no ride height for it, but for the standard suspension that it offers, it's definitely very nice. So if you're looking for a jumbo SUV, you want this iconic Escalade, it's a great option to go with. You have a lot of different trims, and you can also go with the EV version, which I have also been able to film if you want to take a look at that full review. But it's definitely great. We have some great technology aids. I can show that camera system again, so that way when you have your turn signal on, you can see a curb, traffic, if you're merging onto the highway, things like that. You have a full view there, which is nice. And side mirrors are also pretty large too, so that makes it very easy to see. Now in terms of its maneuverability, this is where I think rear wheel steering would come into play, because I am definitely going to have to back up on this side road here and turn around. But if you'll get used to the size of this vehicle pretty easily the more that you drive it. And of course, visibility is super easy to see on both sides. And then here we go with one last acceleration. And that is going to wrap it up for the Cadillac Escalade. Once again, huge shout out to Hendrick Lexus Northlake for providing this for me today. Take a look at their website. Give this video a huge thumbs up if you enjoyed it. and consider smashing that subscribe button so you can stay up to date with our daily uploads. I will see you all in the next video.